There's a really great friend of mine who brought something to my attention a few years ago, and absolutely mind-blowing shit it was. um, he was talking about um, how we all um, sort of we walk around and we've kind of we make these we've these beliefs about ourselves, we've beliefs about the world, and beliefs about ourselves is what I'm trying to talk about. Um, there are we just take things for granted, and we make presumptions about things, and there's so many things that we never question. Like, for instance, the whole idea of being a person. And, like, it seems obvious. Well, it's obvious. We're this body, right? Well, I'm this body. Um, and what else am I? Somebody, if you were asked, will say, to describe your, what are you? What are you? You know, you'd have to say I'm this body that you're looking at, and also I am all of these thoughts and feelings that I'm having. But is it true that we are this body and these thoughts and feelings? Like, let's just examine it for a minute. We have, so you're sitting there, and next thing a thought comes into your head, and you're never shocked. You never go, fuck hell, where did that come from? We always go, we don't even say it, we just think a thought, and we think, ah, yeah, I'm thinking a thought. But the thought, we rarely notice that the thought kind of came out of nowhere. You know, you're just sitting there, next thing, bing, out of nowhere comes a thought. Like an idea. That's, ideas. We kind of go, we can separate the idea from a thought. We can go, fucking hell, I just had this brilliant idea. Like the guy who, I don't know, the first guy who thought about the light bulb. Well, a light bulb didn't, maybe that was it. Maybe when he had the idea for the light bulb, maybe a light bulb went on in his head and he thought, fucking hell, that's a brilliant idea. Whenever you have an idea, a really amazing idea, you can imagine that a light bulb went on in your head. And he thought, well, hang on, a light going on, that's a good idea. So anyway, I confused myself there for a second. So a thought comes out of nowhere, and you never think, Jesus, where'd that come out of? Imagine if a bar of chocolate just appeared in your hand. Out of nowhere, just bing, into your hand. You'd probably shit yourself at first. You'd probably get really scared and think, what the fuck just happened? Where did this bar of chocolate come from? Now, I suppose if it was happening every day since you were a baby, all kinds of random things just appearing in front of you, in your hand, beside you, wherever, just bing, popping into existence, you probably wouldn't be scared by it. But if it didn't happen until you were an adult, then it could scare the shit out of you. So imagine, that's kind of like what's going on with thoughts, isn't it? They're just appearing out of nowhere. As this friend of mine said, what do you do in order to think a thought? So you think a thought, But you don't think that thought before you think it. You don't decide, do you know what? I'm going to think this thought. You know? It just happens. It pops into existence out of nowhere. And we think, I'm having a thought. And these thoughts are me. But, are they really? I don't know. I don't think so. If not, if we kind of consider what we're just talking about there. So the way he said it was, like, no matter what you're looking at, no matter what your experience is, whether it's just being yourself in the body, feeling your nose, the experience of feeling your hand in your nose, or having a thought, or having a memory, or a mammary, or a I wish this thing was bigger so I could. Oh yeah, I can, but then it means holding my arm out like that, and if I was doing that, then this shoulder would get way bigger. The muscles on this shoulder would get way bigger, and I'd look like fucking the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and I don't want it to look like him because he's ugly. Nice guy though, apparently. Anyway, what the fuck am I talking about? So he's saying all of these things, whatever it is, whatever the experience is, whatever you're looking at, whatever arises, whatever it is, you're always observing it. So there's always this sort of relationship going on. There's this dynamic. There's these two things. There's these two sort of people. There's the thing that you're looking at, and then there's the you observing it. So you go, oh, elephant, think of an elephant, and you are looking at the elephant in your head even. So it's very easy to do it in the physical world. You just hold up your hand, not even your hand. You hold up something. I have this, the cover of this thing. There it is. There's that thing, and there's me looking at it. Lovely. I'm obviously not this, am I? I'm not the cover of this thing. I know that I'm not it because I'm looking at it. I'm here. That thing's there. No question. I'm not the cover of the camera. Now, imagine if you do the same thing with your thoughts. You look inside your head and you go, the elephant. Well, there's the elephant in my head, and here's me looking at the elephant, going, well, I'm obviously not the elephant, so I'm not the thought of the elephant. I am the person, thing, that's observing the thought of the elephant. Right? It's genius. It's totally genius. Not sure if I fully grasp it myself, but have a go at talking about it. So even feelings, memories, emotions, you can do the same thing. You can notice that, hang on, they're appearing, arising, and I'm looking at them, I'm observing them, I am being the witness of them. So the big question is then, who is, if I'm not all of those things, if I'm not my head, because I can observe my head, I'm the one looking at my head, I'm the one observing my head, who am I then? Or what is this observer thing? Good question, isn't it? Very important question. This friend of mine calls it the witness consciousness. Witness consciousness. You have to think about it a minute. You're just witnessing everything. I think, people have been saying stuff like this for yonks. We just haven't been grasping it. Maybe that's what God is too. Imagine that. So yeah, that's it. That was a little bit serious, wasn't it, that one? Whoa. Wasn't meant to be. But hey, it's okay to be serious every now and then. Can't be fucking laughing your ass off all the time. Okay. Talk to y'all later.